Hola, all signs. Welcome to your weekly reading for the period of August 12th to August 18th. If this reading resonates with you, consider a personal reading. Rates, info, and email are below. Just send me an email and we can work that out. Otherwise, we're going to be starting with Leo this week. Leo, for this week, I'm getting you guys are very happy, very warm, there's nothing, I feel like, the sun card is your card, by the way, nothing that can really bother you, nothing that can really sort of get to you. And the weird thing is there was some sort of opportunity that didn't come through for you, so it might have been in regards to practical matters or finances or what have you, and you're not letting it hold you down, which I think is wonderful. So, I mean, you were counting on something kind of coming in, but you didn't put all your, well, you did put all your eggs in that basket, but when it didn't happen, you were just like, well, who cares, whatever, I'm still a happy person. I feel like it was totally a bump in the road for you, because I see you being, doing your best to stay optimistic, stay positive this week, despite the setback, so I love seeing that. Virgos, you guys are coming out of your head, which I always like to see with you guys. So, something maybe you were overthinking about, something that was causing you anxiety, some sort of whatever it was. You're realizing maybe it's taken up too much of your headspace, and you want to do something about it. And I see you doing something about it. You're coming out of this period of stagnation and saying to yourself, okay, let me get off of my hump here and figure out how I'm going to go about problem solving, or how I'm going to go about, doing something. You know that in order for things to change, you need to make change happen. And I feel like this week you're being very proactive about it. So even though you did have your period of rumination and overthinking, I feel like you don't want to stay in that, and you want to make something positive out of it this week. Libras, some of you could be going into business. Some of you have gotten an offer. Some of you are an offer to go into business. Some of you are going back to school. Some of you are coming up with a business idea to further yourself. Whatever it is, there's a new journey for you this week. And there is some risk involved with it. But it's calculated risk, and you're figuring out how to put your fears aside and figure out how you can do this, because obviously something is not going to happen without mitigated risk involved with it. Success does not happen without mitigated risk involved with it. So I feel like that's what you're just kind of saying, that something like this only happens once in a lifetime. I need to embrace it. I need to make it happen. And I feel like you're moving forward with it this week. Scorpios, you all have ended a chapter. You've learned everything that you've needed to learn from a situation, a phase, a person, and you're just ready to wrap it up. You're ready for a new set of challenges that await you. You're at a much better place. I feel like you've reached a full cycle. You're at a place of completion, and you're considering where you're going to go from now. Go from moving forward. Excuse me, I had something in my throat. And there's going to be a choice. You need to decide between two paths, and usually this decision requires some sort of results to come in order for you to make the decision. So one is the path less traveled, one is the path that's always traveled, and I see you kind of going between the two, holding the world in your hands, deciding, okay, where am I going to go? But let me wait on something to come in, let me wait on some news to come in, or what have you, before I decide which way I'm going to go, because I do feel like this is a major decision for you this week. Sagittarius says, you guys are being stubborn this week, okay? There is something you absolutely do not want to, it could be in regards to a person or what have you. You don't want to have the adventure. You don't want to take the risk. You're very set in your ways. You've kind of set up your little box, and you're staying in your box, and you have no intentions of moving outside of it. Stubborn as a mule. And I feel there's a person in your perimeter who is actually trying to get you to do something. I mean, they are overbearing. They are smothering. This actually, I think this came up in your last reading. I'm not sure. But I feel that sense. So somebody that's just overly so much so, and the more that they try to get you to do something, the more that you are digging your heels into the ground. Definitely drawing a line in the sand with this person. I feel like they're trying to get you to do something, and you're like, nope, not happening. I don't care. They're pulling on your reins. You're like, nope, I'm not going there. So that's what's going on for this week. Capricorns, you all had something that you wanted to make happen, but now you've lost faith. And this goes back to your general reading. I feel like if you want to go and I mean your love reading actually, but Since this is a general reading, I feel like you tried to make something happen. An Aquarius could have been involved with this, and you really put your best efforts forward to try and make something happen. It could have been in regards to a soulmate, quote unquote, or just whatever. But since it didn't come through, you're having some sadness, you're having some depression, you're losing your faith in regards to this. And you guys are usually almighty and powerful. You can make things happen. But with the Magician in reverse, this is not the case. No matter what how you try to manifest or make things happen, it is not working out for you. So as a result, it's really wearing on your emotions this week and your psyche in general. Aquarius, you all are over some sort of painful situation, maybe a betrayal, something that ended very badly, and you're coming out of it. I see you looking towards either meaningful work, helping people, a meaningful relationship. So you've come out of a situation, and now you're focused on a person who really means a lot to you, or some type of volunteer work, or something that really fills your emotions, really completes you in a very strong emotional sense. So that's what you all have for this week. Pisces, I feel like you're going to go through a period this week where you feel like you're limited. There aren't opportunities coming to you that you wish were coming to you. You see them out there. You see your ships. You don't know how to get to them. You realize that maybe your creativity is being blocked. You all are very creative, and maybe that has something to do with it, or whatever it is. You just know there's stuff out there. You can't get to it. It's not coming to you. You figure out how to solve the problem by making change happen. So you decide to get out this period of stagnation and realize you need to do something very active, very proactive about this, so that you can make things happen in your favor and have these opportunities come to you. So it's good that you have that realization, and I feel like some of you are coming out of your limiting beliefs or limiting views in order for that to happen. Aries, I see you all working a lot, obsessing about money, climbing to the top, greedy, materialistic, if I didn't mention that, for this week. And I see somebody, it could be a Leo with this Strength card, trying to pull you out of this. They're trying to kind of make you see that this is not the end all, because in the Strength card, the woman is like soothing the beast, and I feel like you're just creating this beast about wanting to be on top, create this empire, wanting to be in charge, wanting to be the boss, wanting to take over the world. And this person is kind of soothing you, saying, hey, there's more important things in life. Stop, smell the flowers. Power isn't the most important thing. And they're trying to soothe you, and they're trying to make you seem, make time for your personal life. Make time for things that are kind of important to you. I feel like whether it's a family member or what have you. Taurus, you all are fighting a battle you can't win. It could be a group of people that are against it, and no matter what you try to do, no matter how you try to push your opinion or try to get your thought across or whatever you're pushing, parties are not having that. It's like, holding back a teaspoon with a tidal wave, I often say. So I see you trying to figure out, being indecisive about how you're going to move forward. You don't know what to do. So you're just going to have this period, like a stalemate period, where you're just going to think about maybe a new recourse of action or what you're going to do. Or you might just rely on your intuition rather than what's tangible to figure out how you're going to move forward as you reapproach this, I feel like. Geminis, money, money, money. I feel like you guys have something going on with money. First of all, I see you guys as the boss, a richly brocaded suit here. Giving to people. You might be generous. You might be giving charity to people because you have a lot of money, a lot of things going on. You might be helping out family members. You might be helping out people in your home. You might be helping out elderly family members. So you might be a person of great wealth and you have a lot of money, and people are looking to you to take care of an elderly family member and put them in assisted living, to help out financially with the house, to buy, to invest in a property or what have you. So I do feel like people are turning to you because you are in a very good financial situation right now and they need your help this week, okay? And Cancers, something happened, something totally fell apart. You didn't like the change, you didn't want it to fall apart this week, but it happened anyways because you couldn't do anything about it, obviously. But in the wake of it, afterwards, when you awake from it and you see it, you say, okay, well, I understand why this had to happen now. It radically changes how you look at things. It radically changes your perspective on things. And with this Seven of Pentacles, I get the feeling moving forward into something else. I do feel like you're a little bit shell-shocked from this, so I feel like you're questioning whether you should invest in something because you wonder if it's going to happen again. And the Seven of Pentacles says yes, continue to invest in it. You will have success. Don't let the past reflect on the present or the future. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. Consider a personal reading. Otherwise, adios to all signs. Bye from Veronica Garnett.